I'm really happy and proud to introduce and have a conversation with my very good friend, an ex-colleague from Ultimate Performance Singapore. And I am, like I said, very happy and inspired to have conversation with you, Crown, because of our history. And I had so many learnings when I was like sharing the gym floor with you. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me here, Matej. It's been really nice to actually knowing you. Yeah, but it's actually I think it's a good opportunity for us to actually have some proper conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thanks for having me here.
Yes, 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 of course, conversation. Um, like just so people will know who you are, before you share your story and everything, I just want to say that I was in fitness industry for many, many years, and really in it's not like showing off, or it's not like exaggerating if I say that I think you are one of the few, like literally best personal trainers that I ever see. And literally I was working in 20, 30 countries. I was like working in like top level competitive tennis and football. But really what I saw working with you was full dedication, so much of knowledge, literally passion, so really inspiring. But yeah, I want you to share your story and like just tell us a bit more about who you are and what you're doing.
Right, man. Thank you. Excuse me, my voice. I mean, thank you, Matej. I mean, I really appreciate that. That means a lot. So my name is Crown. Obviously, I'm a just ordinary person, same like everyone else. But well, you know, where where should I even start? Who I am? I'm a just normal man who is passionate about helping people. That's the main reason why I got into the fitness industry. I wasn't honestly a competitive athlete since I was a kid in back in Korea. I was the martial arts and taekwondo. So
Mhm.
I was actually a taekwondo the player athlete. So since I was young, I was actually training competitively. Then yeah, I mean, and then I just love helping people. So I decided to actually become a personal trainer. So I studied exercise science in university, and
Mhm.
then yeah, I mean that's how I started.
Yes. One thing, one thing is having passion for being a personal trainer, but then another thing is also travel the world. So you've been working in different countries, and one thing that I want to ask you is you were also um, part of special forces, right? For a while.
Yeah. So I was I was served. Yeah, I served in the military. Yes, Marine Corps, and I served in Afghanistan
Okay. Okay.
2007, which is for 9 months. That's the longest deployment in any military history.
Okay.
I was in Kabul and I was in backgrounds back and forth.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah, that was my military because I initially before actually wanting to be a personal trainer,
Hmm.
my initial dream and goal was actually to be a good soldier.
Wow. Yes.
That was my always since I was a kid. I just wanted to be a nice, good soldier. That's and I want to serve. I want to serve for my country.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, but yeah. So
So cool. Thanks for that. So my next question will be, how are these two jobs linked? Like being a personal trainer, which, if you ask me, is a leadership role, and then being a soldier. How are these two jobs linked?
well, I think the core is actually they always like to help people.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the core. Because being a trainer is absolutely I think this is a really great job, honestly. Very professional, say, not a job. It's profession because it is professional job, you know. You are helping people. You know, you are helping people change their lives and get get them better in terms of their health and life and mental strength as well, right? So I think that's the connection between the soldier being a soldier is being a personal trainers. I think they are actually serving people.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Before we go more into PT, into personal training, you were a mentor for so many years, so I will ask you questions around what characteristic and qualities should PT have. But before we go there, I want to ask you for learnings from the special forces. Like, what did you learn about yourself, for example, from serving?
Mm, Okay. Probably, the biggest thing that I learned,
Mhm.
it's really impossible to fail if you don't quit. So that
Wow.
mindset that I learned.
Mhm.
And when you actually think about it, right, it's very hard to fail when or if you don't quit or you're just being consistent with something else, right? So that's the mindset that I always have. So discipline, never quit, never give up,
Mhm.
always try,
Mhm.
right? That mindset that I learned the most from a military.
Nice. I want to add something on this. Yes, agree, 100%. Discipline, consistency. But I sometimes see when I have conversations with people that maybe lack of clarity or lack of understanding who they are and what they want doesn't help with like being consistent. So, how to say? Like, obviously, you know what you want. Is that correct? So then you
I mean,
know what to
yeah.
do every day. You know.
I mean, in a military, right? I am the one that I don't want to be failure,
Mhm.
and I want to make it. So a lot of people fail. A lot of people dropped out during the program during the military training courses. But I just want to. I just don't want to be that guy. You know.
Mhm.
And I always believe since I was a kid, I can achieve anything if I really want to. So back then, obviously, I really want to be a nice fucking soldier. So obviously, that's my why, really strong reason.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just never give up. Okay, if I die, then I'll just die.
Mhm. Yes. Yes.
Mm.
So, what would be one advice to somebody who is, I would say, lack of motivation, a bit lack of consistency? What advice would you give to people like that?
I always tell them, think about why do you want to do this?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And honestly, Matej is like, I don't know, you can disagree, but I don't really believe in motivation.
mm-hmm,
Motivation, in my honest opinion, is just overrated, you
mm-hmm,
know?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yes, because motivations always comes and go,
Yes, yes. Okay,
right?
I maybe I didn't really talk about that motivation, this like momentum or spike, but more like about the drive of like a bit more bigger picture. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like for me, I need to share, right? When I'm like very emotional or when I struggle with something, I try to not rely on motivation and just go through the motion. And then every 3 months, I just see if there are any results. You know, just work, work, work. Like even when I was working with athletes, I would say always, we don't know, are you going to win or lose? Never mind. But what we know is that we can give our best. As simple as that. That's what we know. So let's just give
Mm.
our best, go through the motion, and then celebrate or not, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, same. So I
Mm,
say, think about why
mm.
you want to do this,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So let's not talk about like a motivation stuff, but
Mm,
just simply think about, okay, why am I doing this?
mm, mm. Yes, yes.
I think that's the most powerful,
Mm,
um, I think, tool to have,
yes.
because knowing that you know why you are doing something,
Mm,
and then obviously that's going to give you the reason why you cannot quit, you know?
yes. I like
Right.
when you say tool. You didn't say, yeah, you said tool. It's a tool actually, right? It is a
Yeah.
tool. It's so cool. All right. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. I want to go a bit into fitness now. So, as like I said, you were mentoring trainers, you made some good trainers and like really helped so many clients and so on. But what would you say that are like these characteristic and qualities that every personal trainer should have?
Well, man, I've got a lot of passion on that one, honestly, but honestly speaking,
Mhm.
it's not about your, anatomies or anything. No, it's not. But honestly, the first thing is you genuinely, want to help people,
Mhm.
you know?
Yes.
So you want to help people, you are passionate about helping people.
Yes.
Second thing is communication.
Mhm.
That's the two number thing. That's it. No anatomy, program design, nutrition stuff, all this thing actually comes in later. If you are not good at communicating with your client, right? You don't really want to help people. You just don't want to, you don't like what you do. Then it doesn't matter. You have so much knowledge because you can communicate with the clients, right?
Mm.
So then clients feel it because they are not stupid. They feel it. Oh, my trainer, honestly, he doesn't care about my result or my progress, anything. And I can feel he doesn't like what he does. Ah,
Mm.
right. But if you are genuinely, wanting to help people, you care about his progress, care about his overall health, everything, right? And then you are very good at communicating with the clients, then obviously clients are following your plan, whatever you are saying, right?
Mm.
I think that's the most important thing.
That's beautiful. Yes. Yes. I mean, I don't know which word to use, not inspired again, but it was really like, wow, when you were like sharing your knowledge and you were talking about also details. So when you were saying, yeah, it's not about anatomy, I almost want to disagree with you because I know how much of knowledge you do possess. But like you said, this won't make a difference if you don't have like passion for work, like knowing why and communication, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely,
Mhm,
absolutely.
mhm. And like if we talk about these good qualities, if you talk about good qualities that are essential, but and I don't want to trigger you too much, but I'm just curious, what is the common shit out there that you see in the gyms that people are doing that like trainers or clients are doing that it triggers you or you don't like?
I literally posted on my Instagram today this morning because, you know, I still often say that a lot of trainers are on the phone
Mm,
while clients are performing exercise,
mhm,
right?
mm,
Does that look professional? No. Does that make him look like he's passionate about helping people? No, right? So common mistake or common error or whatever you call it in the fitness industry at the moment, when you go to gym and when you find the trainers actually not paying attention to your clients, right? I'm just pissed.
Mm.
I don't like that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Clients are still paying you,
Mm.
but you don't care. You're just watching your phone while clients are doing exercise,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
And clients are doing some back squat, but then you put your two hands on the pocket and your body language is just off.
Mhm.
And I just really hate that. I just can't stand on that thing.
Mm. Actually, that is communication. So, like, we know that only few percent of our communication is verbal. Everything else is energy, body language, movement, so on and so
Yeah,
forth. So actually, when
absolutely.
somebody is on the phone, it's communication. This guy, this lady is communicating. I don't care.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. That body language already tells me enough. So he
Uh,
doesn't care about my result. He doesn't give a
mhm,
shit,
mhm,
right?
mhm,
Yeah, and he doesn't seem like he wants to do what he does, which is I already talked about earlier, right? Two things, the core value.
mhm. Nice, nice, very clear, and I like it. I like it simple. You know, I like it simple. But let's talk a little bit about clients now. Like, what are the common struggles that clients would face when they come to train with you? What are the common struggles like?
With my clients, well, honestly speaking, I haven't actually had a clients for a while. I was doing more on educating trainers, managing team, managing all these people. But
Mhm.
my clients, well, when I actually had a consultation with the client, they always said just they are overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed, huh?
Yeah, because so many information out there,
Mhm, mhm,
right? And then they don't know what to do. They
mhm,
don't know where to start. They don't know what's actually good for them,
mhm,
right? So like you said, they are just lacking of the clarity, right? So then they don't know what they need to do. Oh my god, so many information out there,
mhm,
right? Some trainers say this, some other trainers say that. Like, oh my god, I don't know, so overwhelming, right?
mhm, mhm.
So that's that thing is common. Um,
Yeah, struggle, kind of.
yeah, struggle, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. Mhm. And what about the trainers? What were their common struggle when you were teaching like young trainers? They're ambitious, they're passionate, but then is sometimes that they question, am I good enough? Or is it lack of communication? Or is it like, what would you say that would be the common thing for trainers?
The first thing is they don't understand the needs from the clients,
Mhm. Yes,
right?
yes.
So a lot of trainers have that mindset. I need to please clients. I need to please them. I need to make them happy. I need to make them feel good.
Mhm.
So then they can retain their clientele. But
Mhm.
in reality, actually, no. Look, it's a business. Clients are paying you a lot of money and they come here for a reason. But then you don't care about their progress or result, but you care about the relationship with you and your client. So you're trying to make them feel good,
Mhm.
even if clients are not progressing.
Mhm.
So then what do you think is going to happen?
Mhm.
Then they realize, oh, wait a second, I'm paying you a lot of money, but I'm not seeing any result in progress. Then why should I keep coming here?
Mhm.
Right?
Yes.
That's the common thing. So then, honestly, it actually takes me a while to change their mindset, which is trainer mindset, because trainer always have the mindset, I need to please my clients, I need to please them. So then, honestly, in especially transformation industry, right, you really have to have like uncomfortable conversation with the clients in order
Mhm.
for you to actually tackle all these obstacles and objection and everything, right?
Mhm.
But the trainers, they don't want to do it because they feel uncomfortable. And they feel like I don't want to ruin the relationship with my clients because I just can't do that.
Mhm.
Right. But no, you have to do it if you really want to retain your clients, because that's the only way you can actually, showing the value, showing the return of the investment.
Mm.
I spend a lot of time to actually shifting their mindset instead of teaching anatomy all this stuff, because that mindset needs to come first. Imagine, Matej, I come to you and I'm paying you 10 grand a month, 10 grand, for like, let's say 3 months, and I want this result. But then you don't care about my progress as anything, but you're just trying to be very nice and friendly to me. Do you think I will stay with you?
Probably not.
No. Yes. Right. Simple as that.
Makes sense. What about, I mean, sometimes I see trainers have expectations for the clients and it's difficult for them to be the client, like to go into the client's shoes. For example, trainer would eat 6 times a day, would sleep, would nap, would train, sleep, eat. And then the client is busy executive with 2 kids, with 3 companies, with 3 injuries. I guess sometimes it's difficult for a trainer to actually shift into the shoes of a client and smash them less, or I don't know. But do you think that trainers would sometimes have the perception of, let's just like train in the way that I train, versus let's train in the very best way that this client needs to be trained, something like that?
I mean, yeah, to a degree, yes, absolutely. Right. I mean, that's what we call personal training, right? Yeah. So every approach, like training program, for example, nutrition as well, everything needs to be personalized.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So this something work for me doesn't mean it works for you. Right. So that's why we call it personal training.
Nice. Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's so cool. So cool. You are now in Dubai, right?
Yes, I am.
What's the difference? This one is a bit off the topic, but what's the difference in like seeing the trainers and seeing clients and seeing how people train in Dubai versus like Singapore, Hong Kong, US?
Well, honestly speaking, though, right? I mean, in the US, yes, and Dubai, yes, everywhere. Honestly, same. Honestly, same. And it's really hard for me to find a really good trainer in a commercial gym. What I mean by the good trainers, they take their clients personally, right? They pay attention to their clients, every single details, their exercise execution, setup, all these things, right? I can tell, but honestly, in Dubai, none of them, right? In Hong Kong, well, I actually haven't been any commercial gym in Hong Kong, so I can't speak with them. I don't know. In Singapore, I've been to a couple of the commercial gyms, and obviously the same thing, same shit. Honestly,
yes,
the standard is just really, really bad.
Yes, yes.
So Dubai, no difference, same. The client is still paying, honestly, in Dubai, there are huge, huge opportunity, honestly, because clients are paying a lot of money and they are willing to pay for their health, right? It's not cheap. Even gym membership, it's not cheap. It's not cheap here. It's expensive. And clients are paying big cash, but trainer, they just don't care.
Wow. And with all these informations and with all this internet and all this, like so many different courses that you can take, but they still don't care, right? It's like maybe even worse than it was 20 years ago, who would say?
Absolutely, absolutely. Same thing, Matej. Why do you think our clientele can get a result with all the information available out there? Right? They can search macronutrient setup or calorie deficit,
everything,
training split, or everything out there. Why do you think our clients can get a result?
Mm,
Yeah, simple, right?
mm,
Same thing. And trainer, you shouldn't be in this industry if you don't like to help people,
yes,
right?
yes.
Why would you waste your time and your life?
Mm,
Get a different fucking profession, man. Right?
yes. That's why I did like my projects in professional sports. So because I signed the exclusive contract with one player for a season, you are one on one for a year. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So that
yeah.
really like brings you can't bullshit it because you can't. It's just one person that you work with. So that makes it a bit more focused, I would say. So when I saw the trainers on ATP Tour or in football, it was, I would say, I saw a bit more of, I won't say dedication, but maybe, yeah, a bit more of focus, I guess. And it makes sense. It's maybe difficult. Sometimes it's difficult to stay focused when you have 10 sessions a day with different people, maybe different places. So I want to ask you a question like, how do you keep that focus? How do you keep that, I would say, sharpness during the day? Sometimes we are tired. Remember when you were working in UP, we were sometimes 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, sometimes we then 10 p.m. in the evening. I did have
Yeah.
fun, but obviously after doing that for many years, you do get tired, right?
I mean, yeah, physically you do get tired, but still you love what you're doing. I
Mm-hmm.
love what I'm doing. That's why I can stay sharp,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
Yes. And honestly, and this is what I always tell, all the trainers. Think about your family, right? Your clients is like a family. So imagine if your daddy or your mom goes to somewhere paying this amount of money, and then this is all she got. Are you happy?
Mm.
And every single trainer say no, they are not happy. Then I would say, then why are you doing this?
Mm.
Why? It's the
Yes.
same. It doesn't matter 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Doesn't matter. They deserve same amount of focus,
Mm.
same amount of attention, right? They paying same amount of money. And imagine your mom goes somewhere else and the trainer doesn't give a shit about your mom.
Mm.
How would you feel?
Yes. Very nice
Right?
metaphor, definitely. Analogy.
Honestly, I would be mad. I would be
Mm.
mad, right?
Yes.
That's why I pay attention to my clients every single detail. Doesn't matter 5 a.m., 6 a.m., or 10 p.m. Doesn't
Mm.
matter.
Mm. Yes. That's so cool. Thanks, brother, really for these insights. I'm curious, like, if we are gonna wrap this conversation soon, like, what are you up to these days? What's your like plan? Where can people find you? Like, what are you doing these days, and how can people reach out to you?
I'm actually now building my online business company. So people can actually reach out to me by either emails or Instagram. So simply, actually, easiest way for them to reach out to me is just to via the Instagram.
Cool, cool. I will
Yeah,
share. I will share in the link
yeah.
under them. No problem,
Thank you.
bro. Thank you so much. I hope your business goes mm, rockets, and
Yeah,
we talk soon again. And thank you for today.
man. Thank you for having me, Matej. I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it. All the best.